Hello YouTube, today I want to talk about One Piece and specifically Tony Chopper, or more so his devil fruit, because you see, he's got one of the most interesting devil fruits to me. And it's not just the fact that he ate a human fruit, it's the fact that he ate a modelless one. See, pretty much every single zone has a class and then a model. Your class is something like the ox fruit, the human fruit. Everything under a certain category falls into this. And then you have models. So these would be your model Nika, your model giraffe, your model bison, things like this. So you are the human fruit model Nika, the ox fruit model giraffe. You're always one side and the other. But then why wouldn't Tony Chopper have a model? Why is he purely just the human fruit? It's not even like human fruit model human or something. It being modelless is so intriguing to me. But it does make me think of a few other things. Like, for instance, how are devil fruits made? This is something we know, so don't worry. They're made through people's wills and desires. Basically, all this time ago, people at a certain point in time are thinking, hey, I need more. I need this. I want to be this. They had such an extreme will and such a desire to be that or to evolve to another, point in human ability that they created the devil fruit, and then upon eating the devil fruit, they gained the power. So all this time ago, somebody had the will and desire to become a flame person, to become fire itself. Maybe there's some nuance in it, but that's a discussion for another time. My main question now is, who would have wanted to be a human and just a regular run-of-the-mill human? Obviously, regular humans wouldn't be desiring that, and the thoughts of like, oh, maybe it was a giant who thought of it, but then why would a giant want to be human? In fact, why would basically almost any of the races in One Piece want to be human? Because giants have so many more benefits. The long-armed or long-legged races, the three-eyed, the buccaneers, the dwarves, all these races that just have so many more benefits than human. So who would want to be human, and why would you want to be human from all that time ago? Well, to be honest with you, I don't think anyone at that point in time wanted to be human, except for maybe Effet. I can't think of his name. The giant robot, Emmett, the giant robot from Elbaf that helped out with Joy Boy, pulls the string thing. Perhaps he wanted to be human, but other than that, there's not a lot of options. But no, there is still one option, and it has nothing to do with all that time ago, like so many devil fruits are, because majority of devil fruits were created all this time ago and have just been recycled and recycled with new deaths and new rebirths. But instead, I believe that Tony Chopper created the devil fruit himself. Now, why would he create the human fruit? Well, a very immediate answer could be due to him just getting bullied all the time for being a blue-nosed reindeer. Maybe he saw humans who were actually getting along and fitting in together, even though they didn't look alike in the same way that so many reindeer look, damn near identical, right? Humans don't look all that similar. Even in families, there can be a difference. So perhaps he saw that humans had such a difference in appearance and still loved one another that his desire to want to have a family with him created the devil fruit, and he ate it and thus became human. But then there's so many more things to it, because just the desire to want to be family or your desire to want to fit in doesn't really scream human, right? Except it does. Because you see, out of every animal in the animal kingdom, there lies one at the top of adaptation, and that is the human being. You see, human beings live all over the world. It doesn't matter if you're at the north, the south, the east, the west, if you're burning hot or freezing cold, there are humans everywhere. And we can adapt to so many climates, there's so many different terrains, so many different scenarios that are thrown at us. Lone wolves and family men and, soldiers and doctors and so many different things that a human can be. We're adaptable. That's what Chopper wanted. He didn't want to fit in the general sense of, oh, I just want to be like everyone else. He needed to adapt to fit in, because scenarios are always changing for him. Whether or not he knew it at the time he created the devil fruit or not, his will and his desire was to fit in. And in order to fit in, his will created the one thing that can fit in no matter what, being a human. Hence the reason why he has no model, because he created his devil fruit, which means that he could also awaken his devil fruit. He has to be the one who actually names it, we'll call it. He has to be the one who actually says, this is what the devil fruit is. I am the human fruit model human. Or perhaps he's the human fruit model panacea, but that's for another time as well. See, him wanting to be human has more merit, or him creating the devil fruit to be human has more merit than you'd think. As another thing that all devil fruits have to do is they have to have a similar fruit upon rebirth. What this means is that when a devil fruit dies, it can only respawn as a fruit that it originally was. So if you think of Kaku's giraffe fruit, it is a bundle of bananas. So when Kaku eventually dies and his devil fruit needs to be reborn into another fruit nearby, it's not just going to go jump into a watermelon or something or an apple. It's going to find another banana or banana-like thing, plantains and the such of all different types of bananas, right? It has to do that. Now the question is what does the Hito Hito no Mi look like? A mushroom. See, it's very odd for it to be a mushroom because that would mean that on another area there had to have been a mushroom that somebody willed this into, and then another person died and willed it into another mushroom. And mushrooms just aren't all that common. Mushrooms don't just grow everywhere. I know, I live in a desert and I don't see mushrooms here. So where do we see mushrooms in the One Piece world? Oh, that's right. Drum Island, where Chopper is from. So his devil fruit, his will and desire, found the nearest fruit, which for him was a mushroom, jumped inside of it, and he went over and ate it, becoming the devil fruit user, as it might have drawn itself to him, or he might have been drawn towards it, because it's his will, and a lot of Zoans have a will of their own for who they choose are eaten by them. So he literally created his devil fruit, got attracted to it solely for the fact that he was getting bullied by his family for being a blue-nosed reindeer, and then tried to fit in with the humans by becoming a human. But of course he couldn't become a full human because that's how the devil fruit works. You get the hybrid transformation and you get your full transformation, which for him doesn't change its skin, doesn't turn him into skin or anything. So he's still kind of ostracized. But because he is still a human, it does not matter how much he is ostracized, he will always adapt. He will always find another thing. He immediately went with Kureha and adapted there and became an amazing doctor. He immediately, once the Straw Hat crew got there, he immediately felt a connection to them because, Luffy was a monster. And now it's like, okay, this is now my idea and understanding of what humans are. He has adapted. He has evolved. So now we just have to wait for what will be next. What will his next adaptation be? Will it just be further human things? Or will he adapt it into precisely what he means, which is what every other human fruit is, something mythical. Nika, Buddha, the one in Wano that I can't remember of, I believe that he will somehow, someway, turn it into a mythical devil fruit, presumably something to oppose Doc Q, the poison and plague guy with Blackbeard. Perhaps, as I mentioned, he will become the panacea, the cure-all drug, or the goddess of universal healthcare. But let me know what you guys think of this theory, and if you liked it, then go ahead and hit the like button and comment down below what you enjoyed so I can continue doing it so you can continue to enjoy it. And if you didn't like it, then that's fine. Go ahead and dislike it, but don't forget to comment below what you didn't like so that I can continue to improve so next time you randomly see me, you can actually enjoy it. And if you don't want to know when I randomly can be seen, then consider subscribing. It's the best way to know when I upload, and stay tuned for everything I do. But until next time, bye guys.